up? DSP here. Today is October 4th, 2011. And welcome to Release Day Unboxing. Today we have 4 retail games we will be taking a look at. Outside of what I'm showing here, I also want to let you know that the Portal 2 DLC, the new co-op DLC that was supposed to be the summer DLC, is being released today. But that is not a retail release, so obviously I can't unbox that for you. And also Payday the Heist, which is a PS3 and PC downloadable co-op game, which I had mentioned previously in my weekend preview, has been delayed. At the very last minute they delayed it. It's supposed to be coming out later this month, and you know what, that's fine, because there's so much shit this week anyway, it would have probably never been bought by anyone. So, alright, so we're going to take a look at this week's retail releases. And up first we have Rage for the PC, because as you know, Rage is by id Software. It is the first new IP from id Software in quite some time. These are the makers of Wolfenstein, Doom, Quake, and finally they came out with a new IP. And I got it for PC because most of the, this game, it's designed for PC. Now, of course, they said, oh, the console of choice is Xbox 360. Of course, because the Xbox 360 is very close to being a PC. The PS3, as everyone knows, it's been said hundreds of times by game developers, was designed differently when it comes to the hardware. It doesn't necessarily run like a PC per se, and so it's a little bit harder to develop for. But anyway, I said I have a gaming PC now. There's absolutely no reason for me to get Rage for a console. So here it is. This is the Anarchy Edition, which gives me some bonuses. A double barrel shotgun. It gives me the, what the hell does that say? The Rat Rod Buggy, Fists of Rage, a Crimson Elite Armor, and I'm also looking at my, what do you call it? The downloadable pack here. And it also says you get a Wasteland Sewer Missions as a, collector's edition bonus for pre-ordering the game. So here it is, Rage, okay, the back from the makers of Doom and Quake, blah blah blah. Just so everyone knows, yes, I have updated my graphics drivers for my NVIDIA graphics card. I noticed that they were outdated when I played the Battlefield 3 beta, so I updated them today. Hopefully the game won't fuck up. Now, just so everyone knows, there are reports already and videos as evidence on the internet that this game's having graphical problems. But after doing some research, it's been discovered that it seems like it's only people who have AMD graphics cards who are having these problems, because this game was actually designed on NVIDIA software, and the problems that they're having are pop-in problems, meaning you'll be looking here and it'll say Rage, it'll look good, then you'll turn to your right and you'll turn back, it'll be all fucking blurry and pixely, and then it'll pop in again, it'll look good again, it'll say Rage again, but then if you look to the right and then to the left again, it does it again. And some people are really disappointed that they shipped a game like that. There's about 700 reasons why this could be, so I'm not going to really comment on it. But it is unfortunate that that happened. I mean, you had Dead Island, which some people were, by all reports, saying that the version that went out for PC was the wrong version. And now you have Rage, which seems to have problems. So it is unfortunate in this day and age. You pay retail price for a game, and for whatever reason, the game ends up being fucked up, okay? So anyway, I digress. I'm probably not going to have those problems because I have an NVIDIA graphics card. So here you go. First of all, I've covered my Steam code because they put the Steam code on there to release the game. But take a look here. 3 DVDs. So holy freaking shit. Either the game's really long or the graphics are fucking serious, okay? So I guess we're going to find out. So what do we have inside here? We've got Skyrim ad, 11/11/11, as we all know, that's when Skyrim comes out. And then also we've got an ad for Prey 2, which if you haven't been following along, Prey 2 is going to be completely different from Prey 1, to the point where I don't know why the fuck they're even calling it Prey 2. It's like a different storyline completely. So I don't get that. But anyway, then here's our instruction booklet for Rage. And this is funny because it's got an Xbox 360 pad layout, both there and on the first page. But when I went to GameStop today, I actually asked them, I said, hey, I'm curious, do you guys still have the Xbox 360 gamepads that work with PC? Because if you remember, they sell 2 different ones, okay? And I remember, because I remember when they came out, I was working at Best Buy the year that the Xbox 360 was launched, okay? There's 2 different kinds of pad. There's the wired and there's the wireless. Excuse me, something's tickling my throat. And I was asked them, and they said, absolutely not. We haven't even seen those for like 3 years. Ever since, those first waves of them went out, and they weren't very popular, almost no one bought them, they haven't seen them again. So, dear Microsoft, why are you so stupid that you think people still play shit on pad on a fucking PC? They don't, okay? But anyway, full color, nicely done, some maps, some things here, interesting. He talks about all the weapons in the game, all kinds of different stuff. Pretty nice instruction booklet there. Okay, so that's Rage. And that's a shame because, like I had said when I was playing the Battlefield 3 beta, I'm having problems playing on mouse and keyboard for multiplayer because I haven't done it in so long. And so, hell, I may end up playing multiplayer for Battlefield on the 360. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, up next, Spider-Man Edge of Time. And I did get a code. Let's see what it does from GameStop for pre-ordering. It says... Oh, it doesn't even tell you. It doesn't tell you what you get for entering the code, so that's nice. I'm hoping it's an outfit or something. But Spider-Man Edge of Time, on the back here, fight today, save tomorrow. It says 2099, a chaotic dystopian future results from the untimely death of Spider-Man. Fight across the span of a century to save the world and Spider-Man himself in this thrilling race against time. It says your actions in one world impact the other. Fight with the agility of Amazing Spider-Man and the technology of Spider-Man 2099. So really, if you remember a year ago, we had Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, where you had 4 Spider-Men. You had Amazing Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2099, and Noir Spider-Man, or Spider-Man Noir, however you say it. A year later, we have a game, and there's only 2 Spider-Men. It almost seems like the same kind of deal, It's like the 2 Spider-Men have a connection somehow, and so they need to work together to save time, and I don't see what the difference is between this game and the one from last year. But I digress. I guess we'll find out when we actually play it. So here it is. There's your game disc, your instruction booklet, with a nice ad for the shitty X-Men Destiny on there. Don't buy that game. And it's extremely short. Just a couple pages explaining the controls, the HUD, and then you're done. There's nothing even there. So, okay. Next we've got NBA 2K12, and there are 3 covers for this game. There is Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, and Larry Bird, and I opted for Magic Johnson. Why? I have no idea. I just thought Michael Jordan would be too mainstream, and Larry Bird people would say that I picked him just because he's white. So let's go for Magic Johnson. Alright, it's the #1 selling and rated NBA video game every year. How cocky of them to say that when it might not be this year. But it will be. But anyway, so this year, as you know, there's an NBA lockout, meaning there's not going to be an NBA season this year because strikes and fucking people bitching and moaning about money, even though people get paid millions of dollars to do what they do anyway. And it's probably because there's too many middlemen sucking up all the money. But I digress again. I don't know much about sports, so I really shouldn't talk about it. So anyway, there's no NBA season this year. And so this year's NBA 2K is not a simulation of an actual sports season because there is no season, there's no teams, you know what I mean? There's no actual rosters. So they went for a fantasy mode. And what this game is basically oh man, I really gotta clear my throat, shit. It's meant to be a fantasy challenge, like your favorite teams of all time. So you're talking, the Bulls when they were winning every year, the Lakers, the classic teams, the Celtics, the ones that had, the Celtics with Larry Bird on them. I mean, holy shit. It's going to pit those teams against each other to see who's the best. And the big debate is who is the best NBA team of all time, okay? It was pretty cool. I was watching this commercial for it yesterday, and it had Michael Jordan in it, and he was like, all I know is my ring speaks for itself, and he shows his freaking ring, from winning the championships. I was like, wow, that's really cool that they got Michael Jordan to do the commercial. I thought it was pretty sweet. So anyway, here we go, and here's your game disc. And it says right here, end the debate. Congratulations, by picking up your copy early, you not only get such legendary teams as the 96 Bulls, the 91 Lakers, the 89 Pistons, and the 65 Celtics, but now you also have 2 exclusive historic NBA teams featuring their own NBA greats, the 90 to 91 Golden State Warriors and the 2001 to 02 Sacramento Kings. And there's a code for that on the other side of this. And here is your instruction booklet, which conveniently has an ad for Major League Baseball 2K12. And all it really is your control scheme, because what the hell else would you have in a basketball game? But it is to be said, this game has a fucking instruction booklet. Unlike EA Sports fucking games, okay? Stupid fucking EA Sports. We don't need instructions. Fuck you, EA. You and your green bullshit. I can actually figure out how to play the fucking game before I boot it. Thank you, 2K Games. Alright, I'm calming down now. Anyway, last but not least, the game that everyone wanted me to fucking buy, and I'm probably going to be crying over it, Dark Souls. This is the Steelbook Case Edition. For if you pre-ordered it, you get this edition, okay? Let's take a look at the back. It says, from the makers of Demon's Souls, prepare to die. So right off the bat, they know that you're going to die 5 billion times. I think they should actually change that to prepare to cry. Because I think the common gamer knows this game is so fucking hard, they're going to be crying their eyes out when they die to cheap deaths. But anyway, some cool things about this game. It has DTS surround, which is nice, but it does have networking features. For people that don't know, supposedly this game has an online mode where people can actually join your game and you can play multiplayer, but there's no voice chat. There's no communication whatsoever, and you can't invite friends. And they did it on purpose to make the game harder. So if you end up teaming up with idiots who don't know how to play the game, you will get fucked. And, yeah. That's pretty hardcore, man. We're going to put in an online mode, but we're going to purposely leave out common features to make the game harder. These guys are sadistic, okay? So anyway, get that off there. There's your beautiful steel case, Dark Souls. Let's open this bad boy. Okay. So you've got your game disc, Dark Souls. Let's take a look. Dark Souls. Your instruction booklet. 2 different languages. So even though it looks like it's thick, it's really not. It's really only 4 pages explaining the controls and the online play, and that's it. So there's your game. Okay, what else do you get? Well, you've got a card here. Okay, and there's a code on the back I'm not going to show you. But what I will do is read it, and it says, bonus downloadable content, original soundtrack, behind-the-scenes videos, and a mini strategy guide. Enter your code to redeem your exclusive content, and then they give you the website where you got to go to enter it, and it is case-specific. So you get a special code with extras for pre-ordering the game, and then you get an art book, Dark Souls art book, and guess what's inside? It's fucking art! Holy shit! Art! I love art. What the hell? This guy is a living piece of wood. Look at that. So it looks pretty fucking... Ooh. Ooh. Looks pretty creepy. For the most part. And, alright. So that's the Dark Souls art book, and that is the collector's edition of Dark Souls. And that is it for the retail releases this week. Quite a few. So as I said, but I'll reiterate for those who didn't watch the weekend preview, and I love it because people always ask me, am I going to play this certain game, or what order am I going to play the games when I make a weekend preview video to explain that, just that people don't listen and don't fucking watch. So you should, if you don't, watch the weekend preview videos. And if you miss them, they're always in my favorites. But anyway, I will be doing this. I'm going to start off with Rage. Okay, today. Now here's the thing. Like I said, there are reports that there are graphical problems. Fuck it. There are reports that there are graphical problems. If there are graphical problems with Rage, then there's no reason for me to continue playing it until there's a patch to fix it. So I'm going to try to play Rage today, and if there's no graphical problems, I'm just going to play it till I beat it. If there are graphical problems, I will put it on hold, and I will start Spider-Man Edge of Time. And then once I beat both of those, I might play some NBA 2K12, or I may wait because John Rambo got this game. He's a big fan of basketball, and he wants to play that. So he's coming over on Saturday, and we're probably going to do some co-op of that. Or we may do some co-op of Portal. It's not clear right now what we're going to do. Since he has the game, maybe we'll just play it online. I don't know what we're going to do. We got to talk about it. But I got 2 games to get through before I even get to those. And then, Dark Souls, I know Dark Souls is going to take me a long time to beat. Simply because it's supposed to be so fucking hard, okay? So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to play it, but I can't guarantee you when. It could be on Friday if I beat the other games. It could be this weekend at some point. It could be Monday. It could be later than next week. Because next week there's only 2 releases. There's Dead Rising 2 Off the Record, which I'm going to do a full co-op playthrough with John. And he's going to actually come over on launch day to do that on Tuesday. So we're going to beat that in one day. And then I'm going to do the Dragon Age 2 DLC that comes out. But depending on, how long it takes or whatever, next week is pretty much going to be dedicated to Dark Souls. It's pretty much going to be me trying to beat this epically hard game and try to figure it out. So we'll see. It's pretty funny because I forgot. I wanted to get the strategy guide because I heard it's super hard, and I didn't even play the first one, Demon Souls, and I forgot to get it. So if I even try to play it, I'm probably going to get my ass handed to me. So I may have to hold off till I get the strategy guide to figure it out. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. But anyway, that's it for this week's release day unboxing. Hope you enjoyed it. Lots of releases. This is one of the biggest release weeks of the year. If you add in the Portal DLC, it's basically 5 games that are coming out this week, major releases, and it's going to be pretty hardcore starting right now. Every single week, there's going to be multiple releases. Next week we got those 2. There's like 3 or 4 the week after that. There's like 4 or 5 the week after that for Halloween week. And by the way, I will have a couple games in mind for Halloween. It's not going to be anything like an old school game. It's going to be 2 horror themed games that I'll be playing for Halloween that are new releases. First week of November, you've got Uncharted, you've got other stuff coming out, Lord of the Rings. Week after that, you've got Call of Duty, you've got Skyrim. I mean, every week for the next 2 months has several releases every single Tuesday. So I'm going to be hardcore buckling down to get through these games. It's the hardcore gaming season. We're doing it year 2. Let's put it that way, because as I said, on Saturday was my 1-year anniversary of doing this full-time. It was September 30th of 2010 when I was laid off from my full-time job and I started doing YouTube videos full-time. And so now this is the 1-year anniversary of me doing it full-time. This is the year 2 of hardcore gaming season begins now. So here we go, we're buckling down, we're jumping into the games. I hope you enjoyed my unboxing video, and I will see you all... I will see you all for Rage later today.